Hello friends, I am Resham and I am a faculty at the Department of Management Studies in Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, and in today's session we are going to see about talent management. So, first and foremost thing, the session will be on the introduction of talent management, the concept and the meaning, the objective, the role of talent management and how it helps in building a competitive advantage in the competitive world. So, talent management, let us start with the definition. So, the various human resource professionals have different definitions for talent management. The most important one which is being acknowledged by the people is talent management is a systematic attraction, identification, development, engagement, retention and deployment of those individuals who are to particular value or to an organization, and it helps in the entire view of high potential employees for the future and helps in the attainment of organizational goals. So, talent management is an organization's commitment to recruit, hire, retain and develop the most talented and superior employees available in the job market. So, when you see this definition of talent management, there are key words that will be there in particular like recruitment, hire, retain and develop. So, the entire model of talent management is based on these key terms. So, let us have a clear idea about how this entire definition works. So, if you take an organization, the most important thing is we should know what are the job roles that are available and what are the key roles and responsibilities the employees are going to play and how we are going to attract these employees. Now, when we talk about the term attract, we here would like to tell that organizations generally focus on attracting competent employees, and in order to be attractive, our organization should think like a brand. When we go into the job market, the employees generally look for the companies where they are interested to work. Now, if you talk about employees, they generally seek for organization which are good and they are able to attain their advantages in the organization. Say for example, if you talk about an employee, a potential employee, what does he look for in an organization? So, he will look that the organization should be able to pay a good package to him, he should be able to attain his professional goals and he should be able to contribute to the well-being of the organization. So, it is very important that employee should feel the need of applying to the job role. So, when an organization showcases itself in a format that it is a very good organization to work for, that is when a brand image of a company gets created amongst the potential employees. So, this it becomes very important that you attract the potential employees. Now, if you take, there are lots of branding organizations which are there in the field, but many employees do not feel like applying for those companies. The reason is that they may be very famous among the products, but are they good enough for the employees to come and work there? So, that is the one question which will be there in the minds of the employees when they are applying for those posts. So, whenever there is a job opening, who are we willing to attract? Are we willing to attract those talented people out there in the market who will be our key players going forward, and will they be able to help us attain the organizational strategic goals? So, this is where it becomes important for an organization to create a brand image in the minds of the potential employees and allow them to apply for the job. and there should be a clear distinction between what is the expectation the organization is going to have from these employees, because the job roles have to be clearly defined and it should be very clear as to what am I going to play a role in the organization in which I am applying for this post. So, that becomes how attraction is there, and the most important thing that an organization should look forward in the long run is to have a sustained development. To be a sustained organization, one has to think about what are the potential areas in which they want to develop. In order to reach a new height, they should be able to make the employees learn new dimensions or new skills in the organization. So, there should be a lot of thought that should go into learning, and there should be a lot of training that should happen towards the growth and development of the existing employees. So, learning centric organization is the one which is going to be surviving and sustaining in the competitive world. So, it is very crucial that if you are going to attract an employee, he should be a person who should be ready to learn new things and should be reaching into new heights. So, that is also very crucial. Let us see what is engagement. So, when we talk about engagement of employees, we are going to speak about, are we giving them the right kind of avenues to achieve what they want to do in their professional career. So, if we are giving them those space and we are giving them the timing to attain those things, that is when an employee feels engaged and he is committed towards the organization. See, whenever we talk about talented employees, their key focus is towards attaining their professional goals. They are not bothered about what is happening with the other organization. Their focus is totally towards attaining their goals. So, it is very important that when a commitment is from the employee side, the organization should also help them to attain those career objectives. So, engagement is very important for an organization. So, an engaged employee will potentially not go and look for job outside. So, if there is a growth and he is able to sustain in the organization, he knows where he is going to land up after 3 years or 5 years from now. That is when he will feel engaged and he will be more committed towards the job. So, this will help them to be engaged. And it is also important that we should retain the employees in our organization. If we find out that a particular employee has a good potential and he is a key performer, then it becomes more important for the line manager to keep them retained in the organization. So, the role of talent management is played by the HR professional, but the day to day talent management is done by the line manager, and he is or she is the person who has to keep their key performing employees or key performing team members in the organization. It is their priority to keep them engaged and retain them in the organization. So, this is with retention, and now we will see each of the stages that is to be followed in order to have a talent management in an organization. So, the first and foremost thing is we should know what is the strategic plan the organization has. When we are knowing that what is the vision of the organization 3 years from now, 5 years from now, that is when the HR planning will happen, and that is when we will identify which are the roles that we need to hire for and what kind of capabilities these people need to have. So, it is very important that HR planning should be done. We should identify the key areas in which we would like to grow and what are the capabilities or the competencies we require amongst the employees whom we are going to hire for this position. So, that is where we should be focusing on, and the recruitment should happen on the basis of this succession planning, also should be happening on the basis of this strategic plan and the vision of the organization. So, when we are doing a recruitment, what is recruitment? In general, recruitment is the process of attracting and getting applications from employees for a particular position that has been open in the job market. So, when we are recruiting, we can have two choices. Either when we find out that there is a position that is open, we have the opportunity to either hire it from outside, or we can do an internal recruitment. When we are going to open post and positions for people to apply internally, that is when the message goes to the employees that we are looking forward for someone to grow in the organization. But when we go for making those people to hire from outside, that is the message that goes to the employees that the organization is not finding us capable enough. The organization does not find those potentials in us. So, it is not that it is not good that we should hire from outside, but out of every 3 recruitment that happens for a designation within the organization for a higher post, it should be that at least 2 should be done internally. That is when the employee who are performing will know that I have a growth opportunity in the organization and I can be a leader in the near future. So, that will help him to contribute much better in the organization rather than being in the same position for a longer duration. So, when recruitment is about to happen, it is very important that the organization needs to decide whether they want to hire it from outside or whether they want to make an internal job posting. So, that is with recruitment. When we talk about interviewing process, this what is interview? Well, interview is a point of time when the potential employer needs a potential employee. So, it is a questioning session that happens in person and also any other personal engagement in which they will be asking questions to know more about the potential employee. They ask these questions in order to identify what are the roles that the employee has played in their previous organization, what are the major achievements, and whether they will be able to work or cope up with the requirements of the existing job posting that is open for them. So, it is very important that the interview process should be taken in the right manner and you are getting the right employee to get on board or get selected. So, these questions, the entire interviewing process again can be as simple or as complicated based upon the job requirement and the organization. There are organizations which have many rounds, several rounds of interview just to identify whether this employee whom we are going to hire is going to be our key performer for tomorrow. So, when the screening happens in the right manner, that is when we get the right person to apply for the job or get onboarded. So, selection happens after the interview process. So, whenever an organization have key designations that they need to fulfill for, they have to make a selection not just 1 or 2 employees, but they should have 3 or 4 employees, keeping them in their pipeline. The reason for that is going forward we can look forward to other employees if there is another requirement that comes in the near future. So, there are various consultancy companies which are available in the job market, which helps us in making this selection process in a much better manner. Now, when we talk about attracting key players or key performers for an organization, we should also be clear that we are looking for these opening in strategic positions. So, when we talk about talent management, it is not only for the employees on a day to day basis, but it is for those strategic positions which will be held by these performers in going forward in the future and in the growth of the organization. So, when we are talking about roles from the top level management or roles at the middle level management, it becomes very important that we are able to identify the right people, and that can only happen when we have the right selection process in place. So, once the selection happens, it becomes more crucial that the onboarding happens in a right manner. Onboarding generally is the process of getting the employee to come to get attached to the organization in the initial days, and the general process has giving them information about the policies and procedures of the organization and the form filling and other things. But the key thing that to take care here when we are doing talent management is that onboarding should happen in a smooth manner, because it is often that the first 6 months are very crucial for an employee. There are two reasons when a superstar or a key performer may fail to attain his targets in the initial few months, because two things happen with them. One, they have changed the organization, which means that now they are not in the known environment, they are not very clear about what are in line with them in the current market position. So, in such cases it may be possible that they are not able to perform in the first 6 months, and this is the period when the employee may think about switching the job or may think about parting with the current organization. But it is becoming more crucial that we should be able to help them do the onboarding in a better manner and help them to be with the organization. Post that, it will become easy for them to survive or to work clearly in the organization going forward. So, this is the entire concept of talent management, which revolves around learning, and the entire process of engage, attract, retain is being taken care of. So, when we talk about the concept of talent management, we should have a clear idea about who we are talking and who are these talent. When we tell a talent, that means these employees are the ones who play a major role in the organization in attaining the targets of the organization and also in gaining the value for the organization. So, when we identify talent, how do we do this? The most important method adopted to identify key performers is through performance appraisal. It is the duty of every team leader or the line manager to identify the potentials of his team members and see as to who has the potential to grow in near future, and they should be in a position to identify whether this particular employee is my key performer or not. In order to gain that outstanding key performer, it should be important that we have a clear cut performance appraisal methodology that we follow in our organization, and the performance appraisal should give space to identify the potential of a employee, and we should be able to utilize this information for succession planning. So, that is the task of performance appraisal that is involved in talent management. So, why do we need to identify talent? What is the importance? Why is that we should know who are our talented employees? Because it is also important because the performance of the organization is to a larger extent relied on these key players. The reason is that 80% of the contribution happens through these 20 to 30% of key performers in any organization. Research has been able to showcase this time and again, that major contribution is done by 20 to 30% of the employees in a organization in the given scenario. So, it is always important to identify who are these 20 to 30% of our employees, and they are the talent, and we need to identify them and retain them in the organization. How do we retain them? We retain them by helping them to grow and evolve in the organization, so that they can be there with the organization for a longer duration and the company can get the competitive advantage through them. So, that is the massive performance shift that will happen if we are able to retain our talented employees in our organization. So, let us quickly see as to what is the purpose of talent management. The most important purpose is to sustain in a competitive world. If you see the market scenario today, products gets easily imitated by our competitors. So, it is not that we do not have competition for the products that we have, but the most important thing how we can be ahead of our competitor is through our employees. What other organization can do or our competitor can do is copy our products, but what they cannot copy is our talent, our employees. So, the organization is able to get a dynamic environment, and he is able to sustain in the competitive world only if he keeps his key performing employees at par with the competition. So, he or she needs to develop themselves and should be in a position to employ and engage themselves for the benefit and growth of the organization. In order to do that, training is a key role that needs to be played that helps the employee to develop their skills, and the performance also helps in keeping a competitive advantage. It helps the employees to empower themselves, and this empowerment will also help them to grow in their careers. When we talk about talent management, the most important thing that we will be able to attain is we will reduce on the turnover rate of the employees. The task of talent management is to keep the employee aware that he or she will be required by the organization in the future. So, in order to cut down on the turnover rates, it is important that we have a clear cut talent management strategy in place in the organization. It also helps in reducing the cost of hiring new employees, because you all know that the cost of hiring involves lot of value, and if we are not able to keep those employees for the long run, then this cost is going to be a recurring cost. So, it is important that once we have involved in the task of selecting the employees, we need to retain them in the organization. Now, let us see how we build the competitive advantage and what is the advantage a firm gets if they are able to sustain their talented employees. First and foremost thing is the performance of the organization will improve. It has been seen that there is a 11 to 13% improvement in every 1% of involvement done in engaging the employees. If I say 1% engagement in employees, the cost that is involved if we keep the employees engaged will result into 11 to 14% growth in the performance to the cost that has been incurred. So, we can understand that if we spend on talent management, we are going to get the returns out of it. So, higher performance of the workforce is going to happen if we have a clean talent management strategy. Also, if we are able to attract individuals who are potential, then it helps in the growth of the organization. Here I would like to quote organizations like Google, IBM. These are the companies who have been able to attract key potential players and they have grown higher in the organization because of the performance by these key players. So, that is also why talent management is important. It helps in also the improvement of the management and also skill the unskilled employees, because if we are having a clear cut plan of talent management, then we are able to have a cost effective method of training and we can improve the performance of the existing employees. To retain the talent management is also very important. If we are not able to retain our key players, then we will lose out to our competitors, because in the current market scenario, you are always vulnerable that your competitors may take away your talented employees. So, that is a very important thing. How do we understand which employee is talented? The employee who has a better strategic value, he is a key player for us, because he has been contributing to the sustainability and he has been value addition to the organization. So, that important person is always going to be a key player for you and he should be falling under your talent pool. Then the next important thing is he or she should be a rare or he should have unique skills. So, if you take technology based organizations today, the important thing is the competitive advantage organization gets is on the basis of the innovation and the kind of products that they are bringing in every time into the market. And this can only be possible if the skills are being utilized by the organization of these talented people. So, the rare talent has to be preserved, that is the key to success in the competitive world, and it should be appropriate. The resources owned by the organization should be appropriate to the requirements of the industry. So, that is also very important, and we also consider those people as talented who are not replaceable. So, if we are knowing that this particular employee is contributing majorly into the growth of the organization, that means if this person gets replaced, we will be requiring to fill that gap, and if we are not getting the right candidate to fill that gap, that means he is a irreplaceable employee. So, that is also when we understand that he is a talented employee. And if we cannot be sustained, then if a person is not substitutable, then he is also a talented employee. If we are not able to find a suitable substitute for a current or existing employee, then it means he also falls under the talent pool. So, the organization should have a clear cut plan about how to identify who are their key performers, and it should have a clear cut plan about how they are going to retain these employees in the organization. So, thank you, and I hope this information was useful for you, and we will meet you in the next session. Thank you.